Okay, so I already started. I got the old grill off. It was it's a pain if you don't know the right way to pull it off after you remove all the bolts. But there are a couple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Torx bits on the bottom that connect right here. So you get the hood open, looking at the inside on the bottom, and there are these, let me get it to focus. They connect right to this bottom bar, go into the bottom of the grill, and then on the top there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the top of these bolts. These are the new ones. I started putting the new grill in. The stock ones don't fit the new grill. Here are the stock ones. They're smaller thread diameter on the inside, so you got to go with the new ones that came with the kit. But the new ones came with washers and these bolts, but these washers don't even work. The inner diameter is too small and they're so cheap. It just looks like they're stamped out of sheet metal, and they don't even fit what came with it. So I had new washers that had a bigger diameter in the inside, and so that's what'll work here. So I'm already going ahead and starting to install the Raptor look grill. But the old one, so just so you know, once you pop it off, so you got the 6 Torx bits screw in the bottom. It's just they thread into plastic, so they're not too tight. Don't tighten them too much. And then the 6 top bolts, once you pull the 6 top bolts out, and this is the stock grill again, you would think that it just comes off and you would pull it forward, but there are some pins on the top over here. I guess nothing there. 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have to pull the grill up after you take the bolts out. There's some play for these to move up and down. So once you loosen all the bolts, don't just try to pull the grill off towards you. You want to lift it vertical. You might have to give it a smack underneath, and it should break loose. You can even grab from the top corner when it's still in the truck and try to pry it up from one side to the other. This is my stock chrome grill. It had plastic zip on it for like two years, started to peel, so I just got sick of it. Then I found this was on eBay, still not put in, or still not done, but let's see. I still got to get all the pins lined up, but it has the lights built in, which is nice. I'll try to figure out how to get the wiring situated, but it shouldn't be too bad. So this one still not all matched up yet. I'll get there soon. So what I got to do now is I'm just getting all the holes lined up and started, and see, I'm getting them poked through here, and just putting a nut on it so it doesn't fall back out. So like this one's not all the way through yet. There we go. So I'm gonna get them all in, and then what I gotta do is get those pins on the top and smack this down. See how it's still too high? It's gotta go down. So I'm gonna smack it in after I get all these bolts in, and then start tightening it down, and then figure out the wiring. So we got these 3 wires hanging for the yellow lights, or the orange lights. Came with a little harness. Probably looks like it just connects all 3 to one, so you could just connect it to the battery or whatever. Okay, what I also did too was get some black semi-gloss spray paint. Not high gloss, but since the grill is different and this has a lot more coverage, the new one is pretty open in the middle, doesn't have these big pieces covering much. So these 2 vertical bars here, there's one on both sides. On the front, what you would see from the front when the grill is closed, there was a section from here to here on the front that was not painted, and it was like silver. I don't know why. I guess because it almost looked like it was painted with the grill on from the factory. So I'm just assuming that with this new grill, there's going to be more visible spots with it being open. So I just spray painted it just in case, because I don't want to see that silver spot. So just a tip, if it's like that, spray paint it before you put the new grill on. Easy to do it while the grill's off. Okay, you would have seen if I didn't spray paint, right through here, it's more open. That was all silver before, and now that it's black, you don't notice it. So just keep in mind, if you see that on yours, just paint it. Any spray paint, doesn't have to be that crazy, and it will hide it. So now I have all the bolts through. I have the washers and the nuts on, so they won't fall out of where they're supposed to be lined up. So I just had the pins now. You can see how it's raised. You can see the pins. If you could peek in there, just make sure every single one of them, can't see on the camera, but you could see if they're lined up with the hole. And I'm just gonna get them all ready to go, and I'm gonna smack it down, and then I'm ready to tighten this thing up. So it looks like they're all ready to go. Just gonna smack them in. Just get in there. So we got this one. Good. This one's lined up, right? Alright. Now it looks pretty smooth on the top. It's a little wahoo here. I don't know what's up with that. You can pull it vertical again. This is how you remove it. Lift it up. Check them. They look good. Okay, now I'm going to tighten all the bolts, put the bottom ones in. Bottom bolts should be lined up now. Let's see. Yes, and it looks like the bottom will line up now. Yep. Before, this was above. So here we go. On the two ends there are, there's an oval groove for this tab to fit in. So you want to just make sure it fits in. See how this kind of pops in there? And then you have this clip. Is the factory Torx bit. And this goes on the end. Just like this. Okay. Torx bit goes through. And then we're going to line it up with the other thing. And that's how the sides go in. Both ends are like that. It kind of holds the grill flush, I guess. Okay. These are all done, all tightened. The grill is installed. Just got to do the wiring for these lights. Alright, so wiring the lights, really easy. The harness has 3 plugs. 1, 2, 3. Plug it in. They all connect to one cord. Follow that, it's got a red and a black. Now I'm going to tuck this under the hood when I'm done. So when you open it, it doesn't dangle down, but I'm going to connect it to my headlights. So, which I'll show when I got my keys. These are aftermarket lights, but they have a LED tube, which are on when the lights are on, and they're on when you lock and unlock the car. So that's when I want the middle orange lights to turn on. So that's what I'm going to tap into, is these LED tubes here. So to do that, I'm going to remove the headlight. It's just 3 screws, same as aftermarket or not. So I got 1, 2, I already removed them. There's 1 behind this flap right here, 3. So I'm going to remove those screws, which I did already. Then there's a pin in the side here, which you're going to have to pull out towards you. And so I did this already. But here are the red and the black that tap to the LED tube right here. So here's my red wire coming from the 3 lights, 3 orange lights, and the black wire. So the black, what I did was unplug these. These are easy way to splice in. I cut these wires a little long. You can see all the copper I have from here to here. Opened it, shoved the wire in, clipped it back together, and it holds it in there pretty tight. Same with this one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to test to make sure this works before I go ahead and put the whole thing back together. I'm just going to rest the light here. Close the hood, just enough to see the lights. Let's see, it should work. Oop, didn't mean that. So I'm going to hit unlock, and there we go. So now I'm going to tuck the wire in and tuck all those wires away, put the light in the right way, and I'm done.